Jtails and Southpaw on the receiving end. It'll actually be really interesting to see if they do well because Toon Link is really good against Peach. And Meta Knight is Meta Knight. But everything changes in doubles when Peach can just be in your face. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. Both Peaches start off at the very beginning just going very aggressive, and this might be one of the most important parts of who controls the middle at the beginning. As if you can get Toon Link, if you don't give Toon Link time to set up, then he's a non-entity. And Meta Knight not so much, but we saw SlayerZ with Jtails. Didn't work out in Jtails' favor, so I think they'll want to control that matchup, so SlayerZ does most of the front end versus Meta Knight. And they'll probably just have Crow in the supportive role. Or they can just do 2 1v1s. Like, there's a lot of options here. Crow gets a bob on, but opts not to get it. And they don't quite have the synergy there for the grab combos, but it doesn't matter because the individual skill of SlayerZ is destroying doubles right now. Everyone's at kill percent, and SlayerZ is at 34. So if they don't have an answer to SlayerZ, then they either need to get very good at double teaming Crow quickly, or they need to figure out what they're going to do in SlayerZ. And it's hard. Peach is hard to get in on, especially if you don't have the full practice against her. And right now, you know, they got Crow on the edge, so if they can convert that to a kill, it would be fantastic, but she finds her way back on. Jtails is just looking to rack up on damage on SlayerZ. Excellent kill from Southpaw onto Crow, and now SlayerZ is approaching kill percent, which is very important. It'll really come down to see how long Jtails holds his stock in comparison to SlayerZ, and the answer is not long enough. So, ooh, but then a very good follow-up kill. So the game is very close to even right now. Honestly, stocks matter, or stocks don't matter as much as the percent in some situations. So Southpaw at 90% is very painful for doubles, but if he can just try not to die, then he can beat Toon Link and be beneficial even from a distance. So that's the strategy they're going for. Double projectile is working out. Jtails saves Southpaw. I'm not actually sure if the bomb might have helped him or not, but they didn't take the risk. Mr. Saturn, shout outs to him. That was a really good shuttle loop by Jtails, but SlayerZ is going to make it just fine. So it's interesting. Everyone's at about the same percent except Southpaw, who's very close to dying and just dies. And that's really going to be the deciding factor now for this match, is how well he can hold it off for the singles. Well, he got the up smash here. Oh, he goes for a down air instead. I would have done a charged up smash with the grab release, but in the moment, they just try and do what they can. Very good forward air. Maybe it would have worked, but it gets interrupted. That'll actually take out SlayerZ to his last stock. That's very important. And Jtails loses stock immediately after. So now it's on Crow to hold his stock. And wow. Jtails and Southpaw have actually done a really good job in combating the tankiness of the Peaches when they're just being defensive and really bringing them back. But one Stitch Face, and now all of a sudden there's a lot of damage on Southpaw, and Jtails is somewhat mid-range, and SlayerZ is going back to just being the guy who just doesn't get hit. This is the hardest part about dealing with this team right here. But you know, Jtails has a good setup going on as long as he just doesn't get punished, which he does, unfortunately. And I think what they really need to do, Southpaw dies, so I mean, I don't really have faith in a 2v1 here, but one strategy they can do in a future situation like that is maybe just try and double get the Peaches together, because they do hit each other a lot when it's like that, a lot more than Jtails and Southpaw hit each other. And part of that is just Peach flailing hitboxes. So if they can keep them more together, and then, you know, just a good tornado to manage the amount, it would go a long way. Grab release up smash, that'll be game one. Good play by the double Peaches. Did I win? Game two? They'll most likely all stay characters. And it'll be interesting. It'll really probably just come down to Southpaw holding his stock a bit longer. That's probably the most important part. And more damage on the SlayerZ. But, I don't know. SlayerZ plays really defensively, so another strategy. There's two ways to go about it, obviously, but it might actually just be easier to double team Crow. Force Slayers to go in and then punish him for doing that rather than playing Slayers at his own game. But either way, Southpaw is going to need to live longer because if he doesn't survive, then Jtails can't, you know, do Meta Knight things. Especially on Toon Link, who really plays a supportive role. And maybe it just might be that even though Toon Link does very well against Peach, if they want to play the doubles dynamic properly, they might just want Meta Knight tornadoing in and being aggressive versus both of them, and then Southpaw just making sure that it's safe. But that doesn't seem to be the approach they're taking. They're rather just trying to fight the Peaches individually. And I don't know. I don't think strategy is really the best one to go with. But right now, everyone's just flailing moves around. Blue team has slightly more percent, but you know what? It's still, outside of the fact that Crow is, you know, at mid-percent, it's not the worst thing in the world. So a little bit of a break there. You really actually just want to keep, it's up to Jtails to keep the Peaches in their face. Toon Link and Peach are comparable in the sense that if they both need time to set up, but one way or the other, you just need to keep the aggression going on a lot more. And we have another commentator joining us. Hello there.
Hello. I'll introduce later. Let's keep the match going.
All right. So unfortunately, Southpaw loses first stock. And the thing about going against double Peaches, you really need to keep the tempo the entire time. Or at least just, you can't let the Peaches bully you around the entire time.
Yeah.
But early kill on Slayers, and that's probably the most important thing, just because of how defensively Slayers has been playing in the set. An early kill on him goes a long way.
And it depends on how long this Meta Knight keeps his stock.
Yeah.
Because Peach's biggest problem is always killing, and obviously double Peach still has double that problem.
Yeah. It'll definitely come down to who holds the stock better between Jtails and Crow, but Lemony Snicket gets the better of Jtails right there.
Yeah. And that's why you need to keep the stock, because Peach is all about just racking up that early damage. He's immediately at 50 just from down airs and other floaty stuff.
Now if Jtails can sneak an up throw, or if Paul can get an up air onto Crow, that would be really helpful, but until then it's really going to be painful for the blue team, especially now that they have Slayers in the front and Crow's playing supportive duties.
Yeah, they're having a really hard time just getting in on one. Because one goes in, the other's floating behind, and then they just forward air if something goes wrong.
It's actually one benefit to this double Peach team is that they seem to be very good at taking turns between being who's the aggressor and who's playing defense, whereas most teams generally, like Toon Link will always be the supportive character, Meta Knight always has to go in. But when you have double Peach, they can switch it back and forth.
And Peach isn't particularly mobile. That's why they're going for the one in front, one behind, and is trying to keep it like that.
Yeah. Very good forward air. Doesn't kill, so Jtails will live to see another day. If they can just get some percent on before dying, it'll be huge. But if they just both die right here, which, lucky bomb break right there, but otherwise...
Yeah, blue team just can't get the damage as fast as red team is.
But you know, all that being said, Slayers is now at 111, and Crow's reaching 80.
And they said, well, okay, he just died, but the two are still alive.
Oh, and you know, Slayers is going for a little bit of the disrespect.
Oh, nice.
Jtails wanted to go and help with the up air, but an up air would kill him at this point, so he needs to be a little careful.
Well, he was still going to do it, but the Peach interrupted it, which
so
allowed him to recover anyway.
But I think him up airing would have been a pretty funny situation. All right. Now is the scary part.
If they can kill him real fast, it'll be pretty even.
Just get the up air, maybe some more. It'll be really important. But at the same time, trying to finish that Peach while Southpaw's getting comboed. Sometimes it's better just to let them recover and just make sure that you can 2v1 the person on stage.
Yeah.
So never clear which decision's the right one until we see how it works out.
In that instance, I think they really did want that kill, though, because that would bring the stocks even.
Yeah, but...
And there we go, but they have a huge percent.
It would be very hard to force it. So they did bring it all the way down to the last stock for everyone, which is very good, but they really do need to devise a strategy for picking off one of the Peaches before they die. And that's probably going to be it. I don't have the faith in the 2v1 for this one.
Probably not. Neither of them are even in a desperate up smash kill percent yet.
And they've been practicing the silly little grabbily setups too, so Honestly, the longer Southpaw lives is just because they want a fancy finish. Boop.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. Quick 2-0 by SlayerZ and Crow.
Oh, that was game 2.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I said. And I was about to say, I was going to discuss what they need to do for next game.
Yeah.
Apparently they didn't figure it out.